Thank you, choir. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request that we all rise as the academic procession enters the hall, and I request that we remain standing until the Chancellor requests us to take our seats. Thank you. Choir.
Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare. I, Advocate Dumisani Nsebeza SC, on this, the 4th day of October 2024, hereby constitute the congregation for the purpose of conferring degrees and awarding certificates and diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please invite you to take your seats.
Good morning. Good morning. Molweni. Thank you very much, Mr. Chancellor. It gives me great pleasure to stand here and make a few opening remarks to mark the start of this graduation ceremony today. My name is Sakela Buhlungu, Vice Chancellor, and I'll make a very short set of remarks. First of all, to greet everyone, to greet the Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare, Advocate Dumisa Ntsebeza SC, to greet the Chairperson of Council. Oh, I have a challenge here. If anyone has a charger for my laptop, please. Please, someone organize a charger for my laptop because I've run out of battery life. To greet Dr. Naledi Pandor, former Minister of International Relations, who is here this morning as a keynote speaker to address the congregation. I also want to greet members of the management executive team, members of the extended management team of the university, to greet deans of faculties, directors, to greet academic staff members, support staff, administrative staff, and professional staff, and to greet the graduates. And of course, we have several other people that I will introduce this morning. Mr. Chancellor, it gives me pleasure once again to introduce this ceremony this morning to confer degrees and award diplomas to this ceremony this morning. And this morning, we conferring and awarding 284 degrees and diplomas. And we have several, as you'll see at the front, we have several PhDs, and I can't read my stats now, they've disappeared with my laptop. But I'll get an opportunity to read those. I also wanted to acknowledge several people. The director of the Zimbabwe Presidential Scholarship Program, which funds a cohort of Zimbabwean students every year, Mr. Mundiri. Please raise your hand, sir, so we can see you, and give him a round of applause. Yes. The long-standing relations between this university and Zimbabwe, and specifically post-independent Zimbabwe, when they introduced the Presidential Scholarship Program. But I also want to greet other donors, other supporters of the university, and without singling out everyone, or some people, I also want to greet Ms. Lindiwe Gama from the Department of Science and Innovation. I'm not sure where she is, but she's here, and the department has supported some of our programs, including a program of partnerships in Southern Africa, specifically Angola. I also want to greet members of the new Student Representative Council who were elected a week ago. The new president of the SRC, I'm going to ask him to stand. He's the only one. Asked him to stand, Mr. Aphelele Kalagahla, who's the president of the students. And I also want to, also introduce Mr. Nkosi Sobayeni, the Secretary General of the Student Representative Council. Thank you very much. Mr. Chancellor, I have several acknowledgements to make. There are specific students, and I will use this opportunity to introduce them. There are some students here who are not necessarily special, but they stand out. They stand out, and I will find the opportunity to mention them, to acknowledge them. I'll find it during the course of the program, before they leave this hall. Thank you very much for that. I also have several other people to acknowledge. Once again, I've lost them with my laptop here. because we have a guest speaker this morning, I'm going to therefore pause here and allow the guest speaker to speak so that we save time. And I might come back then just to say a few remarks about some of the special people I want to acknowledge. But before I do this, let me make a few general points about graduation, and I'll repeat them when I come back to introduce the special students. Graduation is a moment of celebration. It's not a moment of sadness. It's a culmination of great efforts, great commitment to knowledge and to study and to progress and to socio-economic development of our country and developing this country and make it a better place for us all. And therefore, the expectation is that everyone here is going to be happy, everyone here is going to celebrate and celebrate in a decent manner, and I'll say more when I return. At this point, I want therefore to introduce the guest speaker. The guest speaker of the day, Dr. Naledi Pandor. If you allow me a minute. Okay. Okay. Right. Yeah, please. Mr. Chancellor, let me therefore introduce to you and to the congregation Ms. Mandisa Grace Naledi Pandor. That's not in the order. It's Grace Mandisa Naledi Pandor. Am I right? Yeah, that's it. She's good gosh. Yeah, things are not working out for me today. Is it ready? Bring it. Thank you. Okay, I'll go straight to the introduction of the guest speaker. Yes, it's Dr. Grace Naledi Mandisa Pandor. I've got it right now. She was born on the 7th of December 1953. Dr. Pandor is a South African former Minister of International Relations and Cooperation. A term that she served, or rather an assignment that she served from 2019 to 2024. She was part of the ministerial team of cabinet of South Africa that initiated the genocide case against Israel and the International Court at the International Court of Justice. Dr. Pandor became an NP in 1994, that's 30 years ago, and has amassed impressive experience in positions of public life, including Deputy Chief Whip of the ANC in the National Assembly, 1995 to 1998, served as Deputy Chairperson of the National Council of Provinces, 1998, and its Chairperson from 1999 to 2004. Dr. Pandor's experience in education policy planning made her a welcome appointment as the South African Minister of Education in 2004. She has been a member of cabinet ever since and has served her country in the following portfolios: Minister of Education, 2004 to 2009, Minister of Science and Technology, 2009 to 2012, Minister of Home Affairs, 2012-2014, Minister of Science and Technology, 2014-2018, Minister of Higher Education and Training, 2018 and to 2019. And as I said earlier, Department of International Relations and Cooperation, 2019 until earlier this year, when she retired from formal parliamentary politics. Dr. Pandor has a PhD from the University of Pretoria, 2019, and has also honorary doctorates from the CPUT, Cape Peninsula University of Technology, the University of Stellenbosch, University of Lisbon, Portugal, and the University College of Dublin in Ireland. Dr. Pandor has been appointed recently as the chairperson of the Nelson Mandela Foundation. She will continue to serve South Africa and the world at large in this prestigious and influential role. Dr. Pandor is married to Ms. Sharif Pandor, and they have 4 children and 7 grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for our guest speaker this morning, Dr. Naledi Pandor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor, for that very kind introduction. Chancellor, before I begin my formal remarks, I just want to make 2 observations. Yes, indeed, my names are Grace Naledi Mandisa Pandor. I'm told that all of us were named by our grandfather, Z.K. Matthews, and I was born in Durban, as we all were, 4 of us. And apparently, Professor Matthews decided on the name Grace, but in his indigenous language, which was Setswana. So he wanted me to have the Setswana name, which is Grace in English. And my grandmother, who came from Dikeni, told ukuthi abantu baseDikeni soze balibize igama linzima. So then my grandfather had to go back to Grace in English. So that's how I got the name Grace. But everybody calls me Naledi, and so many people don't know that name. The second observation is that when I was appointed Minister of Education, first time to the executive in 2004, you all know President Mbeki for his massive efficiency. So you would have on Saturday inauguration, all of Saturday night appointment of executive, Sunday swearing in, Monday you're in the office. So Monday morning I get to the education building as the new Minister of Education, and the former minister comes in because we have this process called handover. So Professor Asmal, Kada Asmal, came in to do this handover, and he was very quick, boom, 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 boom. Don't believe everything they say, be careful when you sign, da-da-da. So he left. I then looked around the desk and I was wondering, what do I do next? And so I called the lady who was apparently to assist me, and I said to her, where's the computer? And so she said, no, there's no computer in the minister's office. So I said, no, but why not? How do I work without a computer? So I'm relating this for you, Vice-Chancellor. And the lady said, well, Minister, the former minister believed that this is king, writing. He did everything in writing, Kada Asmal. He didn't like computers. So, Vice-Chancellor, I decided to copy Kada Asmal, and I do everything on paper. So that's advice for the future. So, Chancellor, Chairperson of Council, and members of Council, Vice-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellors, academic staff, administrative staff, graduates, students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you all. Molweni nonke. I am overjoyed at being given an opportunity to address this great university in the year dedicated to celebrating Professor Z.K. Matthews, my dear grandfather. I wish to congratulate his fellow graduates as they join him in the vital enterprise of contributing to building a better and more successful South Africa, an Africa and a world that is better. It is always a wonderful experience to be associated with great intellectual pursuit. And for me, Fort Hare University is a respected repository of intellectual wealth. Before I become embroiled in the discourse of my graduation speech musings, I wish to reflect momentarily on the Academy and the globe today. All who are present here are aware that our globe is in turmoil, and we seem to be hurtling to a major war that may engulf several regions of the globe. This geopolitical inflection point, which has caused such uncertainty, emanates largely from the dominant ideological and economic unipolarity associated with the United States of America and leading economies of Europe. The influential, powerful, industrialized nations have acquired this power in the process of globalization. And what this has done is it has resulted in an extensive desire for more power and influence and scant attention to the development priorities of the poor and marginalized. There are few incidents that illustrate the danger of unipolarity than the terrible genocide that is underway in the occupied territories of Palestine. The world has been immobilized in this slaughter, and as a global community, we have no power or capacity to respond to protect innocent civilians. Many analysts suggest that the end of the Cold War did not introduce a world of peace. Rather, it removed a potential counterweight to the growing power of the North and left the South vulnerable and exposed. So, you might be thinking, of what relevance is this discourse to the graduates sitting here and to transforming of higher education in South Africa? I believe there are several elements that confirm the relevance of attention to this matter, and I believe as practitioners in higher education, we must be alert to them. Firstly, our agenda as South Africa of transformation, and as I speak of Africa, I include the African continent. This agenda has been fundamentally impacted by global trends of conflict and higher education policy shifts internationally. If you think global affairs don't affect you, you need to really read and consider much more. The world of knowledge creation of which you are a part has traditionally been a space in which freedom of expression is highly prized. In addition, knowledge generation and innovation thrive on well-grounded research and factual information. Today, the dominance of Western hegemony has led to a situation in which universities in many countries are being directed to lie about the genocidal war on Palestine or to pretend it is a righteous endeavor by a threatened people. Universities have been invaded globally by security police. Vice chancellors have been dismissed for allowing protests. Flags of Palestine are banned on campuses, and academics are told what concepts to use when teaching. This is a horrifying attack on academic freedom and a significant threat to the freedom to choose what to teach and how to teach it. Questions are being asked in several countries as to the relevance of senates, the relevance of governing bodies of higher education institutions, and the relevance of academic leadership. Now that professors are being told what to say and how to teach their discipline, we clearly must ask questions about academic leadership. These occurrences may appear distant from you as graduating students, but it is possible you will confront these important philosophical and moral dilemmas someday. The success that Forte has secured in graduating you will be indicated, I believe, by the choices you make for the good of all. Where will your decision fall? Will it fall for fact? Will it fall for truth? Or will it fall for respecting the lies authorities want you to utter? Complicating this reality is the fact that while our country has made impressive progress in higher education change in post-apartheid South Africa, the impact of the commodification of higher education, the inadequacy of access, the lack of differentiation, and the low levels of investment in higher education have all held us back. I believe we need to rethink the nature of our program offerings and the plausibility of a dynamic link between post-secondary institutions of all types. In our practice of higher education policy change, we have tended to reify what has existed all along as higher education and have been insufficiently bold about adopting or formulating new models and new approaches. Second point is, for many bright young people, a career in academia has grown less attractive over the years of our freedom, and we are yet to see an increase in young researchers and academics. I believe academia is a very important professional career, contributing immensely to future knowledge and innovation. And I would ask you to seriously pay attention to considering this career. The best of our higher education institutions serve society by changing consciousness and by finding enduring solutions and approaches. It was, how, as you will recall, at university that Steve Biko began to reflect on asserting one's consciousness independently, free from fear of the ideas of others. If you read Steve Biko's book on writing and saying what he thinks, he details in some interesting fashion how as black students at university beginning to organize themselves, they tended to mirror what the student leadership, which was primarily white and considered liberal, at WITS was doing, the organization NUSIS. And as the Black consciousness movement, they as leaders began to think, why must we copy this? Why is it that in every meeting, it is the NUSIS students who determine the agenda, who determine the discussion approach, and we, who are the oppressed majority, tend to be the ones sitting and then following on? He said, surely we can lead, but we lead without being enemies. We lead with our own ideas and consciousness. He could only begin to think in that way at university. It was at university that Professor Z.K. Matthews coined the idea of a freedom charter based on the wishes of the people, a progressive notion of, in the context of oppression, setting out rights that you would wish to see in a future-free South Africa, but not wanting to write out that vision without contribution from the masses. And so approaching the people with the idea and allowing them to shape the future Bill of Rights of our country. We have to ensure that our universities today are spaces in which the greatest ideas are generated and where solutions for the advancement of our continent, Africa, are found. All of us, of course, as academics, value what in my time we used to call navel gazing. I don't know what you call it now. As well as blue skies research focal areas. I absolutely support that. Navel gazing is deep reflection on an issue, almost to the point of looking at your navel and concentrating on the issue. Blue skies research is looking at an area that everybody thinks is improbable to resolve or develop innovation for. You could be the one, the blue skies thinker, to come up with a novel idea. Matters such as, out of astronomy, we developed wireless technology. Who would imagine that a person interested in gazing at the sky, that's why we call it blue skies research, would come up with the greatest developments in advanced technology. So all of us appreciate this navel gazing and blue skies research thinking. However, I do believe we have a world to transform practically, and we must devote time to doing just that. I do worry that we don't give enough time to considering how we change our world radically. A third matter for consideration is that while private higher education has filled part of the gap of too few public providers, the costs and quality of that sector continue to be a concern. I've noted in South Africa that private higher education has mushroomed massively, and the public sector has not been able to really follow through in terms of growth. I believe we need to craft policy tools that allow complementarity between the private and the public system, because I don't think public revenues would be adequate to resolve our access dilemma, but I think developing collaborative partnerships might provide us with an answer to some of this problem. A fourth point is, some of us still reflect on Dawes' Diploma Disease book which was written decades ago. And as African higher education, we largely remain laggards. We are behind in research, productivity, and innovation. Dorr hypothesized that we are too concerned about the diploma and inadequately concerned about the link between skills and society and the importance of research and innovation. Recently, I had a conversation with a team of researchers at a research institute at the University of Stellenbosch. They indicated some interesting data to me, which they are hoping to publish soon, so I cannot go into it. But essentially, they told me that their data is showing that South Africa, despite increasing numbers in higher education, South Africa is beginning to turn the research productivity corner, that we are producing more and more quality research as we graduate more and more young people. There had been a belief at the early phase of our higher education policy development that if we grew the numbers, our quality would go down. This research is showing that actually we are getting the opposite result, which is very thrilling, and I'm looking forward to the research that they're going to publish soon. But one of the points they did raise is that we are not yet performing sufficiently in innovation. And this is an area our university leadership must pay attention to. So these are some of the challenges and opportunities I want to place before you. I hope you will grapple with the opportunities and contribute to changing higher education. But I hope even more that just like our founding leaders, you will develop the courage to reject harm to the innocent and abuse of political and economic power to try and support colonial oppression. If you are occupied as a people, that is colonial. There's no other name we can give it. It's imperialistic. And we should not allow ourselves to be lied to when abuse is being conducted. I believe the privilege of higher education is provided to you to be actors in society, unafraid of promoting ethical values and practices. Now, I'm very horrified that at Harvard University, you had the Vice Chancellor summoned to Congress and then almost compelled to resign. I'm disgusted that at the University of Columbia, you had the Vice Chancellor compelled again after being directed by Congress to ban certain concepts from use on the campus. What kind of university system is that? And we must never allow ourselves to go back to that oppression. And you, students, are the vital cog, along with our academics, who will ensure that we do not have such a reversal. But if you exist believing you are here to acquire a degree and then leave, you do not understand the significance of the academy. So the wars that we see today in Palestine, in Sudan, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and in our own Sahel region signal a decline in progressive morality on our globe. You, our young leaders, must challenge this deficit actively to avoid inheriting a world in which truth, good, and morality matter less than your social postings on X. I am sure that as a graduate of the Sterling University of the Soil, you will be determined to be no less than a very able and active agent of progressive social change. In conclusion, I wish to congratulate in particular those students being granted a PhD today. I know what it takes to get to this point, and I did it after 60 years of age. Well done to you. So I conclude with my warmest congratulations to all those who graduate today and to those who aspire to be graduates. And I thank your parents, your families, for the support that they give to you. But remember always that this is not for nothing. Remember always that what we expect from you is you will be agents of social change. We are a country and a continent that is on the march of social transformation, and you cannot neglect your duty to contribute to that progress. I thank the university for inviting me to speak to you briefly this morning, and I wish you well in all your progressive endeavors. I don't need to define the word progressive for you. You know what I mean by it is to the good. There's no progressive that is acceptable which is to the bad. So I wish you contribute through progressive endeavors, and I congratulate you on your achievements today. Thank you very much.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Dr. Pandor. Just as well that my computer acted up, because my remarks would have detracted from the central message that Dr. Pandor, or messages that Dr. Pandor presented to us this morning. Also, it may have diminished the impact of those messages for this occasion today. Because what I was going to do, I was going to start and say by saying that she is the daughter of Z.K. Matthews, and the focus would have shifted from her. And I'm glad that she started, and I'm only going to make mention of it now. Just before I get into the few remarks I want to make, the specific significance of us inviting Dr. Pandor to this, and also because there's been a cooling off period since she was Minister of Higher Education, since she was Minister, was to bring her to join us in celebrating the centenary of Z.K. Matthews' graduation in 1924. The first graduate of this university for a degree qualification was Z.K. Matthews in 1924. And I think now history has come full circle when Z.K. Matthews' own granddaughter comes to address you on this very special occasion. And I consider it a very special honor, not just for the university, but most importantly for the graduates this morning, that you've heard it from the granddaughter of our ancestor Z.K. Matthews, as you can see, 100 years on. And I think that deserves a big round of applause. But also just as fitting also, and I wasn't going to make mention of it, but now that she's mentioned the idea of the Freedom Charter was born in this very place where we stand. And therefore, the idea of freedom, the map, the roadmap to freedom, was born in this university. And the Z.K. Matthews household was down the way here in Alice. And I'm making this point because on the 24th, I think it was, 23rd of July this year, in New Delhi, UNESCO conferred the status of World Heritage, UNESCO World Heritage Site on the University of Fort Hare, as well as the ZK Matthews down in town. The only university and the only house associated with the university that received that global status. And again, it's a very special honor. We thought we should celebrate this, this occasion with Dr. Pandor addressing you. Once again, we should be proud that we're now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the only university in the Southern Hemisphere, if not the world. You can give that a round of applause as well. Now, for today, for this ceremony, I'll say very briefly, I just want to celebrate a few points about today. The first thing you'd be interested to know is that this morning we're graduating 284 graduates before us here, 21 PhDs, 39 master's degrees, 49 postgraduate students, including honors and diplomas, and 175 undergraduate degrees. That's this morning. And then this afternoon, we're graduating 253 graduates, 10 PhDs, 20 master's degrees, 22 postgraduates, that's diplomas and honors, and 201 undergraduates. The breakdown, the gender breakdown of our graduates this season is 333 women students and 204 male students. And that statistic is also very important. When this university was started in 1916, there were 19 men and 1 woman. And the proportions have changed now completely. There's a preponderance of women students across all qualifications, across all faculties, and it shows also in its graduation statistics. And the students come from education, 110, law, 81, health sciences, 41, management and commerce, 131, science and agriculture, 60, social sciences and humanities, 114. That gives us a total of 537, as I said. There's some students, some graduates who stand out here. At age 20, Fagazile Mbasane is our youngest graduate this season. She comes from Kwapaga, Mount Frere. She'll be conferred with a Bachelor of Theology degree this morning. Ukona hapo Fagazile? Please stand. Yes, congratulations, there she is. Thank you very much. And she's set her sights on qualifying as a psychologist in the future and has currently applied for her honors degree in psychology here at UFH. The most senior graduate is Mr. Mlulami, soon to be doctor, Mr. Mlulami Goodman Mdani, who's 69 years old, and who will be conferred a doctoral degree in public administration this afternoon during management and commerce. As they say, imfundo ayigugelwa. And ndiyeva kutsho kakhulu kwela cala ayigugelwa ndithi. So applications zisavuliwe bethuni. The youngest PhD, the 2 of them getting their PhDs under 30. Ms. Lindelo Mpaga, soon to be Dr. Mpaga. Yes, just remain standing. Ms. Lindelo Mpaga is from NU1 Mdantsane. She will cross the stage, she will walk the stage to collect her doctoral degree in microbiology as the youngest PhD at 28 years. 28 years. Ms. Mpaga, or Dr. Mpaga, soon to be, began her academic journey here at UFH in 2013 at age 16. She was 16, where she pursued a bachelor's degree in chemistry and microbiology, completing it in record time. Her passion for microbiology deepened, leading her to pursue both her honors and MSc in microbiology, graduating cum laude for both. In 2019, she began her PhD in microbiology, and this is very important, focusing on environmental sustainability through the innovative use of genetic engineering. And I've had the privilege of visiting her lab down here on campus. Her research addressed the challenges of keratinous waste, such as chicken feathers, which are typically difficult to degrade. By enhancing the production of keratinolytic enzymes, her work sought to transform this waste into valuable peptides with applications in biotechnology, green technology, and the bioeconomy. Four manuscripts from a researcher are under review in an accredited journal, solidifying her status as a promising researcher in microbiology and environmental sustainability. Congratulations once again, Ms. Mbaga. If I may just add and echo the words of Dr. Pando a few minutes ago, it's very important that people such as Ms. Mbaga are not lost to the academy. They should not be lost to the academy. And I think that's something, that's a discussion that's ongoing, Professor Nodo, a Dean of Faculty. That's very important. I'm not saying that there's a job, there's no job being given right here, right? I'm just saying. The other one, PhD also, to be awarded, is Thandiwe Mdlungu. Thandiwe Mdlungu. Yes, there. Yes. Please remain standing. Thandiwe Mdlungu is from Namakwe. She'll be awarded a PhD in social sciences, inspired by a late father. Her thesis titled Understanding the Umguyo Ceremony, Analyzing Violence and its Community Impact. It offers a comprehensive exploration of the cultural celebration that marks the farewell before Ulwaluko, a significant rite of passage for young boys. In her research, Ms. Mdlungu examines the intricate factors that contribute to violence during this event and the broader ramifications it has on individuals and their communities. Her contributions include practical recommendations such as stricter curfews during Umguyo season, stronger law enforcement, community relations, and awareness campaigns to mitigate violence, providing valuable insights for both criminal justice system and cultural preservation. Once again, congratulations. Again, just a few others worth mentioning. And Thandile September's journey is an incredible story of resilience and determination. Now, Thandile, is she here? Should be in the afternoon then. Thandile September's journey, she's 31 years old. She grew up in an underprivileged community in Bizana and family. Her father was a disability grants recipient. Her mother worked as a gardener. Survival was a daily struggle. Sadly, she lost both parents at the age of 9. Fortunately, her older sister stepped up to care for her and the siblings, often relying on the generosity of others for food. Tragedy struck in 2016, just a month before Thandile was set to graduate with her first degree, when her sister passed away. This loss, rather than defeating her, fueled her determination to pursue higher education. In 2017, she completed honors And this afternoon, she will be graduating with a master's degree in information systems, achieving an impressive 71%. She's not here this afternoon, because she's currently in Mpumalanga, where she works as a lecturer at Rosebank College. And then I want to pay a special tribute to one of our academics who tragically passed on earlier this year. And he may be known to some of you. He was a professor in public administration. And I'm referring to the late Professor Rexin Tagati, Professor of Public Administration in Management and Commerce. He passed away on the 30th of August, 2024. And in this ceremony, Professor Tagati has 3 doctoral students that will be graduating as follows. Pumlani Lamkile will graduate a PhD. Goodman Mlamli Mdani will graduate a PhD. And a student supervised by Professor Sibandai and Tagati, Precious Esnath Mtunu, will also graduate a PhD. Professor Tagati, during this time at the university from 2016 to 2024, or 2023 rather, graduated a record number of 43 doctoral students and 28 master's students. May his soul rest in peace. Now, as I conclude, just a few remarks about graduation. But before that, this graduation for us is special, as was the one in autumn in April. It's special because we're doing it in honor of and during a year that we've declared the year of Z.K. Matthews' centenary graduation, centenary of graduation. So it's special in that sense. But it's also special because this year, more than any other year in the last 7, 8 years that we've been around here, things are looking up. Things are looking very promising for this university. We are bold. We're taking on new initiatives. We're breaking new ground. We're getting recognition not only nationally but globally. And also, we remain very rooted in the communities where we're based. Only last Friday, we launched a project that we acted as an implementing agent for. We upgraded the Alice water treatment works here in Alice for 65 million rand as the university. And that project will benefit the university, the town, and surrounding villages. Again, it's us as the university to show that we're not just an ivory tower. We're one with the communities around us, and we're very proud of that. We also launched another project of wastewater treatment plant, also 65 million, here on campus. Again, it's a joint project in the sense that it will benefit the town as well as the university. We're very proud of those activities, and I can mention many, many more. We also very set and determined and confident about the success of our renewal project. We continue to notch up more successes. Another year of an unqualified audit of our finances last year and for 2022, and we're hoping for same now for 2023, the current audit. And so there are many, many of those others. We're going through a massive recruitment of 87 academic posts as we stand now, 87, and we're getting an impressive kind of set of applicants from across the world, and we've started making appointments, and we are very sure that this phase of appointments will be a game changer. We'll get more PhDs, academics, we'll get more supervision, we'll get more publications, we'll get improved quality of teaching and learning. We're also doing more on infrastructure. The early childhood building in East London is almost ready. It will be ready in December for occupation in December and for use for teaching and learning next year. And I can mention many other projects of that kind. we're renewing the research farm for agriculture in this region. And very, very importantly also, we're now pushing very hard to have the first veterinary science school in the Eastern Cape province. And we are in discussions with the National Department of Higher Education. And Cabinet has already taken a decision that there shall be a veterinary science school at Fort Hare. And so that, again, will mark another leap forward for our institution. Now, about graduation. Now, this is after this, the program is going to be on autopilot. There's no one who's going to stand here and speak to you. Everyone will be on cue. Just to say then, the graduates will be called. The graduates will be called one by one. Please, they will be called one at a time. Please give each one an opportunity to hear their name and for them to be recognized and acknowledged as they walk up across. Don't drown their names. Celebrate your person and then stop. Allow for the next name to be called up. There's no program director who's going to stop you. We rely entirely on you to do it. Secondly, the graduates are welcome to dance and do all sorts of things here, as long as they, anything that's in their judgment is permissible. They're welcome to do that, but then they must not delay the proceedings, and they must proceed then to the Chancellor and then go for robing by the Registrar and the Deputy Registrar. And the third issue, and this is very important, for members, friends, relatives, partners, neighbors, whoever, you're free to dance up and down the aisles. Don't trip up and fall on the red carpet there, please, careful. And remember, the stage is out of bounds, please. We don't want an incident to happen like it happened some years ago where someone came up and grabbed the microphone. Please don't do that. It's that. But most importantly, Fort Hare graduations are known for being open, formal, dignified, but at the same time very jovial, very friendly. You are free to dance. We have a first-rate choir. You're going to see them. You're going to see them perform just now. And I think the last thing to do is for us to give a big, big round of celebration and applause to these graduates as they are about to enter the new phase in their life as new professionals. Now, no. Now, the graduates, please give yourselves a warm, warm round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Socorro.
honored guests, we shall now proceed with the conferring of the degrees and the awarding of the diplomas and certificates. May I request the candidates to take up their positions, whereupon I shall then call upon the Dean of the faculty to present the candidates for the various qualifications.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Education on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Febana Papama. Febana Papama's title is Exploring Traditional and Cooperative Teaching Strategies in Grade 9 Mathematics Classroom in the Buffalo City Metro Education District, supervised by Dr. N. Ngibe and co-supervised by Dr. S. Mkomi. Congratulations.
Well done.
Maliwa Majipa Nolonwabo Happiness. The title of the thesis is Host Teachers Mentoring, Role Towards Supporting the Development and Training of Pre-Service Teachers, Implications for Teacher Training. Supervisor, Dr. Irene Roy, and co-supervisor, Dr. Pellman.
Well done.
Ndlovu Busisiwe. The title of the thesis, Factors that Promote the Culture of Institutional Entrepreneurship among Faculties of Education in Botswana Higher Education Institutions, towards an entrepreneurship framework in higher education institutions, supervised by Dr. S. Makeleni.
Well done.
Nyika Kaya. Title thesis, Principles Application of Instructional Leadership Practices in Queenstown Education District, supervised by Dr. M.S. Mkomi.
Well done, sir.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Agriculture in Agricultural Economics on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Assefa Michael Sagaye, the title of a thesis apologies for that, Assefa is not here. So, Nginela Sipokazi the title of a thesis, Trade-off between GM and non-GM crops land use, the case of maize, soybeans, and cotton production in selected provinces in South Africa. The supervisor is Professor A. Mushunje and Dr. T.S. Mashela, co-supervised by Professor A. Taruvinga and Professor C.S. Mutengwa. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Agriculture in Agricultural Extension on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bunta Nasipi Vuyukazi, the title of the thesis, Awareness, Perception and Potential Adoption of Digital Technologies by Smallholder Farmers in the Eastern Cape Province, South Africa. The supervisor, Professor A. Mushunje, and co-supervisor, Dr. S. Ngarava. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mbenze Zintley, the title of a thesis is Synthesis, Characterization, and in silico and in vitro evaluation of hybrid compounds containing methotrexate, vitamin D2, bisphonates, and potential anti-cancer agents against bone metastasis. The supervisor is Professor B.A. Aderibibe. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in microbiology on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mpaka Lindelwa, the title of a thesis, Genome Mining and Secretum Delineation in Keratinolytic Bacteria that Valorize Chicken Feather into Valuable Compound. The supervisor is Professor Yu Ngodo, while the co-supervisor is Dr. N.E. Nalim. Makafo Joan Uchenna. The title of a thesis, Evaluation of Variabilities of Antibiotic Resistance among some members of escape pathogens isolated from hospital effluent. The supervisor is Professor Yu Ngoda.
I hereby confer the degree. Well done.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Oluwakoya Oluwafumilayo Modupe. The title of a thesis, Occurrence and Antibiogram of a Campylobacter species recovered from environmental sources, increased honey, and Nelson Mandela Bay municipalities in the Eastern Cape Province, South Africa. The supervisor is Professor A.I. Oko. Congratulations.
Well done.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology on the listed candidate, Ongwe Velisa Vuyolwetu. The title of a thesis, Evaluation of the Prevalence of Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome Coronavirus 2 in selected municipal wastewater treatment facilities located in the Amatole District Municipality, Eastern Cape, South Africa. The supervisor is Professor A.I. Oko, co-supervisor Dr. K.E. Eboma.
I hereby confer the degree. Well done.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Physics on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Shambira Ngorai. The title of a thesis, Development of an Optimized Power Output Estimating Model for a Concentrator Diffuser Augmented Wind Turbine. The supervisor is Professor G. Makaka, co-supervisor Dr. P. Mukumba.
Well done, sir.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Language and Literature on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Deji Afoye Oluduni Olafunso, and the title of her thesis is A Study of Linguistic and Discourse Features Used by Teachers and Students as a Second Language Classroom Interaction in Ekiti State, Nigeria. And she was supervised by Dr. Cindy Zhao.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Social Science on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mato Nyalezo, who wrote a thesis entitled the rise of violent non-state actors in South Africa, and analyses of the taxi industry in the Eastern Cape province. And he was supervised by Dr. Valerie Farim.
Well done, sir.
Ndlungu Tandiwa, who wrote a thesis entitled Umguyo Practice and Violent Crimes in the Amatole District Municipality, a Criminological Perspective, supervised by Dr. S. Shlamini.
I hereby confer the degree. Well done.
Bottoman Mandlankoma Andisiwa Pamela, who wrote a thesis with the title The Paradox of Professional Social Work Service Delivery in a Resource-Deprived Environment, a critical assessment of the factors that promote or impede the implementation of the Batopele principles in the Buffalo City municipality, supervised by Professor T. Nomkoia.
I hereby confer the degree. Well done.
Kusemwa Tapfumanai, who wrote a thesis entitled Resilience and Sustainable Reintegration of Female Survivors of Human Trafficking in Harare, Zimbabwe, supervised by Professor Pius Tunga.
I hereby confer the degree. Well done, sir.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Education cum laude on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Lipiane Justice.
Well done, sir.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Education on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Ngushwa Thotyelwa.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Agriculture in Agricultural Economics on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Jambalaza Apindile.
Well done.
Mchonkota Olani Tobela.
Congratulations.
Okay. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science in Agriculture, Soil Science on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Boswa Sanele Bray.
Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science in Applied Mathematics on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Felem Siviwe.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science in Computer Science cum laude on the listed candidate. Diko Zambia.
I hereby confer the degree. Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science in Computer Science on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Edani Asadumadoa.
Well done, sir.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science in Microbiology on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Nketsu Zizipo. Nkalane Ongezile. Ntlachi Piwe Ati.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science in Physics on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
If 46. That's Ngani Iviwe. This is cum laude, please. Cum laude.
Excellent.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science in Physics on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Ndevu Luyanda.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science in Zoology on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Yokwana Ayabulela.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Studies coursework on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mayanyeza Akona Wesley Siyavuya.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Arts in English Studies and Comparative Literature on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Makolisa Nkezake.
Amen.
Thank you. Which degree is it? Which degree? Which? Mr. Chancellor, I have the degree, pardon me. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Social Science in Communication on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Quinsa Nkumisa Nazisa.
Congratulations.
No, it's not cum laude. Yes, it is.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Social Science in Criminology on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Kuwa Nokwala Nobubele. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Social Science in Psychology on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Plaiki Nonsikelo Margaret.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Social Science in Rural Development on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Fipaza Kushle.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Social Work cum laude on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Munjanja Imelda Chivevu.
Well done.
Kwengwa Luvuyo.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Social Work on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Nkonywa Simangele.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Education Honors in Inclusive Education on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mkopozo Sianda.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer to award a postgraduate certificate in education on further education training teaching on the listed candidate.
I hereby award the certificate.
Papalaza, Papazela, Cebisa.
It's a diploma.
I always make that mistake. Cebani Sanele. Oh, no. Oh, my. Galeni Luzuko. Ntlabati Mihle. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer, to award a certificate, postgraduate certificate in foundation phase teaching on the listed candidate.
I hereby award the certificate.
Jasopu Tabisa. Matomela Amase Doli. Mazwana Esetu Spokuhle. Mbokoti Nolwando. Ngapo Tandokazi. Nyamazana Nyamana Snetemba. Semakale Refilwe. Zingqondo afezekile. ATSML. Okay. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to award Advanced Diploma in School Management and Leadership on the listed candidate.
I hereby make the award.
Deleki Nomafuza Julia. Fandeso Kukuneliswa Vivian. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to award advanced certificate in foundation phase teaching on the listed candidate.
I hereby award the certificate.
Velem Nomonde, in absentia.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours in African Languages on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Shuleza Vui.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Music on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mashasela Kakambile.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Social Science in Communication on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mpukwana Sinazo Sinokolo.
Well done, Sinazo.
Nkakani Annalisa Samakina. Good morning. Congratulations.
Well done.
Which degree is it? It's criminology. Okay, perfect. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Social Science Honours in Criminology on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mbete Inati.
Well done.
Mbinyashe Nandi.
Well done.
Sonti Akona.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honour to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Social Science Honours in Industrial Sociology on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Majisa Piwakushle. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Social Science Honours in Political Science on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mzinzi, Stephen Kosanati, Kawekasi. Gamsha Bushle. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Social Science Honours in Sociology on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mbadu Yonwaba Amanda.
Well done.
Ndingi Shlumile.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Education on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Kaniso Ngubeko,
Well done.
Kongo Abongile,
Well done.
Mdubeki Zikhona,
Well done.
Mentor Tamia,
Well done.
Mgwachu Lupiwo,
Well done.
Mphandle Lwandile,
Hey, Luandi.
Nokwebela Avuziwe,
Well done.
Siele Sibusiso Chief, Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Education Foundation Phase Teaching on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Daimani Zimasa,
Well done.
Inana Sinawo,
Hey, Yinan. Well done.
Manyocha Zimasa,
Zimasa.
Mboya Asive,
Well done. Congratulations.
Medina Denise Maria,
Well done.
Mejeni Asemahle Vanessa,
Well done.
Mfunda Preti Busisiwe,
Well done.
Mpukane Sibulele,
Well done.
Ndlovu Kwazi,
Well done.
Nomakhethe Nosipho, Sakhela Lime,
Well done.
Sisusa Sive,
Well done.
Thongo Zizipho,
Well done.
Vanya Feziwe. Oh, okay. My mistake. Vanda Yonela.
Tumuvanye. Vanda, Nyamela.
And
Yeah.
Vanya in absentia.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Education in Intermediate Phase Teaching on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Jamda Zenande.
Well done.
Kila Landile.
Well done.
Mabude Kamva.
Well done.
Nkosana Sive.
Well done.
Nama Bonga. Nukana Nkosana Nukana Sibongile.
Well done.
Njaphe Nkosana.
Well done.
Shiani Atenkosi.
Well done.
Shiani Kanya.
Well done.
Thomas Kuhn Ivan.
Well done.
Chaka Snelizwi.
Well done.
Cheko Masivuye.
Well done.
Chengu Ayabonga.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Education in Senior Phase and Further Education and Training on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Blow Siavuya.
Congratulations, Sylvia.
Dingane Yanga.
Well done.
Dlamini Azile.
Well done.
Kakai Yonela. Sabangane Sengiwe India.
Well done.
Hlutwa Mkhululi, Joseph Farkeyam Farun,
Well done.
Magagula Jabulile Innocentia,
Well done.
Matwasa Asavela,
Well done.
Mkandla Nafaniswa,
Well done. Famous. Sorry.
Mkwenkwana Yanga,
Well done.
Mngawe Anesipho, Msinekelwa Yamkela, Mtukushe Phelokazi, Naiko Anelisa,
Well done.
Ncedo Akhanyile, Ngobo Boneka,
Well done.
Ngubenja Sonezo,
Well done.
Nombele Khalipa,
Well done.
Nqambi Qaqamba, Samente Khanyisile,
Well done.
Singwane Ncediso Teddy, Sithonga Langelihle,
Well done.
Siwisa Kamva Chuma,
Well done.
Sodia Nandisa, Tsipa Pateni, Thukela Sanelisiwe, Vula Pumlani,
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Agriculture on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Gulu Lungu Ulumango.
Well done.
Ngwekazi Kamvilitle. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Agricultural Extension on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Langa Babalwa. Mpini Yamkela.
Well done, sir.
Ngupansi Zukanye.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Matlingwana Elitle.
Well done.
Madikizela Pepisa. Mbola
done.
Asitandile.
Bula. Bula. Well done.
Ntima Sipelele.
Spelling. Mami.
Ntimtilana Amba.
Well done.
Ngeleka Yanga.
Well done.
Sikoliwe Sinotolo.
Well done.
Wonti Ongisa. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in Crop Science.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bonga Nomvelo.
Well done.
Ngangana Somila Somlele.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in Soil Science on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Fodo Pilela.
Well done.
Machini Sinovuyo.
Well done.
Hekwana Olisile Charlene.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Thank you. Kenya Kopile.
Well done.
Dubela Sisipiwe Omega.
Well done.
Kagela Wambu.
Yeah? First things first. Well done.
Slakova Ntombizine.
Well done.
Mafumana Sipu Imalapa.
Well done.
Majova Sanalesiwe.
Well done.
Mukwane Nomatam Sanko.
Well done.
Memani Patrick Bonde.
Well done.
Okay. Mfokozana Sinovuyo. Mpendu Kwama. Tseu Ava. Nkonso Kamvelisle. Potwana Aseko. Slaga Sipe. Kwaya Aseko.
Well done.
Makia Luandre.
Well done.
Library and Information. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Library and Information Science on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Kosliso Lorna.
Welcome.
Njongolo Kanyele.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Social Science on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Thank you. Zedze Sipusetu.
Well done.
Hosa Pumeza.
Well done.
Jokazi Sandisiwa.
Well done.
Madikani Sipamandla.
Well done.
Mankoe Sive.
Well done.
Congratulations on your hard work. Matumba Nangamsu.
Well done.
Mbenyana Lona.
Hello.
Mendu Sibongo Kushle.
Well done.
Ndalase Sinazo.
Well done.
Teke Ntumele.
Well done.
Mpukozela Luzuko. Ndunge Yandisa.
Well done.
Nkanga Asamkele.
Well done, sir.
Ngwai Yamkele.
Well done.
Mkonki Chule.
Umdlali. Well done.
Nokakala Slakanipo.
Hansen been there. Well done.
Soga Lushle.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Social Science in Communication on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Fukufuka Apelele.
Well done, Dr.
Kom Mishlali.
Well done.
Nombila Luisani.
Thank you.
Petela Ndibongiseni.
Well done.
Vukwana Simamkele.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Social Science in Human Settlements on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bengu Anati.
Well done.
And a sister, Bengo Anita.
Anista. Well done.
Gadudu Lisa.
Well done.
Getia Yolanda.
Well done.
Cry Siviwe.
Well done.
Mbana Ongeziwe.
Well done.
Ngangana Yandisa.
Andisa. Well done.
Kumza Opola.
Well done.
Dono Sishle.
Well done.
Sobinta Yanalisa.
Yanelisa. Yanelisa.
Tata Inga.
Well done. Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Social Work on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Thank you. Betia Ayavuya.
Well done.
Bani Siamtanda.
Well done.
France Yamelka.
France. Well done.
Lusingo Kipela.
Well done.
Mafunda Analesiwe Florence.
Well done.
Makwetla Felisa. Thank you.
Well done.
Daliso Doris Zameka.
Well done.
Pandlewe Nelson.
Well done.
Toli Kola.
Well done, sir.
Chata Lusanda.
Well done. Sorry.
Keji Una Siamtemba.
Well done.
Okay. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Theology on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Thank you. Gio Velelo Aviwe.
Well done.
Mbasane Vakazile. Congratulations, sir.
Well done.
Mshlontlo Odwa Holygate.
Well, hello. Thank you. Well done.
Vacha Bushli Buyeza. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to award the Diploma in Fine Arts on the listed candidates.
I hereby award the diploma.
Thank you. Lukwe Bushle Benkosi. Milimisi Nomzekelo. Ralo Nobushle. Sixpences, Kwana.
Please take your seats. We are almost at the end of the program. Thank you very much. I know you have a wonderful day ahead of celebrating. I'm Renuka Vithal. I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Teaching and Learning here at the University of Fort Hare, and I'm also a Professor of Maths Education in the Faculty of Education. It's my very pleasant task to give the vote of thanks for the end of this section of today's graduation ceremony. So I want to start by thanking you, the graduates. I want to thank you firstly for choosing the University of Fort Hare. I want to thank you for working hard and for achieving your goal of graduating today. So give yourself a hearty applause. And then today, while you're celebrating, I'd also ask you to take a moment to thank all those who helped you to get to your goal today. I want you to thank your parents, your family, your friends, all the people. Very many people helped you to get here. So I want you to turn and look at the people who have come here to support you today and to give a warm round of applause in thanks to them. And to the parents who are here, the family, the friends, give yourself a warm round of applause. You have really achieved your objective. It's always wonderful to see the happiness in the faces of the people who come here to celebrate the achievement of each graduate that's here today. So also join me today in thanking Dr. Pandor. I almost said Minister Pandor. I was saying to her, it's very hard not to use that word, Dr. Pandor, to thank her for coming to and spending this day with us in celebration of her grandfather's big achievement of being the first graduate of this University of Fort Hare. A big round of applause. And really, you are very special to have chosen this graduation in this year, where Dr. Pandor has been here to share her insightful, thought-provoking lecture that really has many lessons and reflections, leaves many lessons and reflections for us to think about in higher education and in our communities. So remember then, 100 years ago, Z.K. Matthews graduated, and today, 100 years later, you are graduating. And he was only one, a class of one, actually two, but you are a class of actually several thousand. And so much has been achieved by his early footsteps in this institution. And I hope that you are inspired by this centenary year that we are celebrating of his graduation, and today we are celebrating your graduation. I want to also take this opportunity to thank our Chancellor for being with us and capping all of you, to our Chair of Council and Deputy Chair of Council, and for all the guests that are here to grace us. I want to thank our Vice Chancellor, to the members of the executive, the deans, the senior leadership of the university. And it's also really wonderful to see that in today's function, we have a large number of academics who are here celebrating your achievement. But I want to, in particular, in addition to thanking them for taking the time and being here with us, to also ask you, the graduates, to thank those in the faculty, the lecturers, the administrative and support staff, the many people in the university that have helped you to get to where you have today. The library, so many to mention. Please, would you put your hands together in thanks for all of those people. And then, of course, a function like today requires the work and support and coordination of a large number of departments in the university. I want to start by thanking the staff in the Office of the Registrar, the Deputy Registrar, the Marketing and Communications Department, our ICT department, all the staff who are in this venue today, the security staff, the ushers, the administrators. So many people make an event like this possible. So may I ask all of you to put your hands together to thank all the people who have got this function to take place in the way that it has. So with that, as you celebrate today, I ask that you celebrate safely, that I wish you well in the next steps in your journey. Some of you might be continuing with further studies. Some of you are already in work, and many other things that you might be doing, and that whatever goal you set, that you will achieve it. Congratulations and well done. Thank you.
By the powers vested in me as the Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare, I now declare this congregation dissolved. There will be a singing of the national anthem, and I will request the congregation to stand and to remain standing while the procession leaves the hall.